Welcome back to Your Own University TV. My name is Lisha, and today we're going to talk about haters. Haters. How do you deal with haters? I don't know about you, but I think everybody and anybody who decides to get to know themselves, that decides to step into their big dream, that decides to up-level their life, that decides to shift and change in the dynamics of a relationship and take full responsibility for your actions, has to deal with haters. And so what
Join us at Your Own University. Like, subscribe, and turn on those notifications. You're not going to want to miss a bit of this.
Haters. Haters has been something that hasn't really stopped me. But I totally know what it feels like to be underneath the judgmental eye, to be misunderstood, to even have rumors spread about me and people think things of me that simply are not true. This hurts. It hurts. It also means that I'm doing something or was doing something that actually touched somebody, that actually stood out, that actually threatened their way of being in a way that made them feel uncomfortable enough to look away from themselves and lash out at me, right? So I think all of us can feel this way. One part of my Empire Builder program is really stepping into your dreams. And I've worked with many people stepping into their dreams, whether it was opening up a yoga studio or forming their own business, writing their own book, putting together their own program, and developing something of yourself. And oftentimes when we do this, our friends and family may be not so supportive, especially if your dream doesn't make perfect sense or look the way that they want it to look. So today in this episode, I'm just going to share a couple ways that you can really let go and feel their support as it comes, but also tell the haters to step away, that they don't get that power over you. So the first and foremost thing to do when you're stepping into your dream, that heart calling within you, the impossible in other people's eyes, but the possible within your heart, the knowing within you, the yes to do whatever it is that you have felt called to do and have been putting off, is to know yourself. This is a deep trust, and the main thing that you can do to build this trust within yourself that I've found over the years isn't to work, or push. I've done it that way. It has failed. I've watched clients do it that way, really over planning and over striving and trying and scrutinizing and second guessing. This is all painful. It's not effective. The best thing to do is actually meditate. To meditate in your vision. So one way that I like to do this is to sit and take some moments just to do deep breathing, to get yourself centered and grounded. If you are into meditating with your chakras, align your chakras, align that energy, rooting into Mama Earth and anchoring into your heavenly realm. And then from that point, enter into a full-blown imaginatory story of you succeeding the way that you want to succeed. Imagine the success of your business. Imagine the success of the people around you. Imagine you're being supported. And then when those old things come up or the fears come up of people judging you, copying you, that's a huge one for people. I have one client that is into designing jewelry. And she was like, can't do it because of fear of somebody taking her ideas, right? People do this with books. I myself have experienced me putting out a name or a title of a program and then people taking that title and program from me, like straight from me. Two of my programs actually, after I had them out on the internet, right? So this happens and it can hurt, it can sting, and it's about reevaluating that vision. So when you take time each day to sit in the success and the end result through an active meditation, you are going to create more energy around that reality and more faith and trust within yourself to make the impossible I am possible. So that's number two, how to deal with the haters. This can hurt. This hurts. If you have that vision really firm within you, it hurts a little bit less. Right? You have that deeper self-trust between you and universe, God, and that relationship that you have within yourself of, you know what? I have faith that this is going to happen, and walk into that faith, feeling that awareness. But let's say that they come at you. Let's say that somebody steals something from you. Let's say that you get rumors spread around you in your town. Let's say that false things are told about you, and you come from this place of proving or fear, especially if you've ever been around a relationship and your parents were very critical. We tend to kind of recreate what we experienced growing up to handle it better. So how would you handle this situation? The first thing to do is recognize that if you are creating some hiccups, some drama, some rumors around you, it means that you are getting traction. It means that the energy that you're putting in is shaking things up and rearranging the universe around you. Keep trusting that it is in support. Keep trusting that you're doing the right thing. Trust in your heart. This is also a time to reevaluate how you're coming across. Is there places that you can learn, that you need to learn? Are there resources that you can tap into that are going to support you better? Are there people or resources that are not supporting you, but you have an infinity for, right? You have a desire for their approval. Maybe you're even doing the project for their approval. You're doing whatever it is for their approval. I know I was this way in my past relationships. I so much wanted their approval. I did things kind of their way and not my way. So one thing that's really important here when it comes to haters is know that you're working things out. It means things are moving. The energy is good. You're doing good work. 2, are you doing it for you, or are you trying to prove something to them? Right? Are you trying to overcome something? You're trying to prove something as a people-pleasing act? If so, shift this in you and reevaluate that vision. What feels good to you? What is in line with your values, your morals, and your intention behind your impossible possibility? Right? The next thing that is really, really important for you when you're dealing with haters and naysayers is to have affirmative action, meaning that you know what you want and you can dismiss them. If they get a hold of you and you get triggered into this place of either defending or proving, it will hurt. And more times than not, and I learned this the hard way, it turns out bad. It turns out bad. Nobody's going to listen to you say that you are on the right track and you're coming from a great place, right? When you're like, I'm coming from a great place, I'm doing a great thing, right? I really didn't mean to step on anybody's toes, right? Like, so what you can do in this place is, again, go back to that vision, go into your heart, and then just keep walking forward. Ignore them. Ignore them, ignore them, ignore them. If it's a legal matter, absolutely stand up for yourself, but do it the right way. Choose your actions and not your reactions. So choose what you want. So for instance, when a friend of mine actually took a very similar name to a book I just wrote and a program I just put out and a TV channel I just opened, I had to step back and I looked at her marketing strategy. I looked at her branding, right? And I looked at my marketing and my branding, and I thought, you know, I could go after this. I could make a big stink out of it, but instead I'm just going to really dive in and gear this way. That was the path of least resistance for me. And I felt like God was guiding me and my business, or my business was guiding me, universe was guiding me into the direction which I was supposed to be. And that branding, that title would have gone off the deep end a little bit. It would have thrown off my own branding. So I looked at it and left. Now, another time that was come after me, there was a big misunderstanding, right? I was looked at and talked about in a way that was just not fair. And so I had to stand up for myself in that realm and go into the court system and shift that reality and defend my own branding, my own title, and what was happening so I could keep my trademark, so I could keep my copyright, right? So it's very, very important for you to say, is this the path of my least resistance, right? Where my mission is going to actually even maybe be better supported if I went in this direction and I needed help making that decision. Or is this something that I need to stand up for? And is universe saying, are you really, really serious about where you stand? And can I pick an action that is going to help me stand for myself and stand behind my program, product, big dream, my impossible mission for my heart? Now, this is a way that you can really stand up to your haters in a very powerful way, not by lashing out and not by shrinking and disappearing, right? You don't want to shrink and disappear. You don't want to give up on your big dream. This is not universe saying, oh, you shouldn't be doing what you're doing, right? This is not that at all. This is universe saying, how committed are you? Can you really take on this awareness? Can you really take on this success? Are you really committed to this relationship? Be it with a person, right? This could totally be a person, or your dream, your big dream, your calling of the moment. Can you step into it? Are you willing to risk it all and feel that fulfillment in your heart? I hope that this message really resonates with you. I hope that you move forward no matter what the haters and what the naysayers say. Definitely defend yourself. Definitely stand up for yourself. Definitely let things go. Either way, don't give them the power of your reaction to prove or people please. Come from that place of your centered vision and awareness. If you like this message, please give us a thumbs up and make a comment and turn on that subscribe button and the notifications so you get notified when Your Own University makes a new video. And visit us at yourownuniversity.com for 365 days of love, endless masterclasses, and a lot of community. Love you so much.